Hey, Scott, how are you?
I'm exhausted from the pre-show party.
Pre-show. I think Jack said we should have put that on live tonight. We could have made some money.
Oh,
That
people
was
will love
great.
that. It's
That was
hilarious.
when in doubt, just blame Angie. That's all we need to do. Anyway, so first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody last week. I'm sorry I had to cancel. I don't cancel shows. Very, very missed the show. But excuse me, you'll hear tonight. Still bloody blocked up. But I'm feeling a lot better. The flu last week was in full bloom, as they say.
Yeah.
So it's been an 11-day process so far. So hopefully this will be the end of it. How about yourself, Scott? How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good. Just a little anxious with tax time and trying to get a new car and stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Tax. Well,
Excellent.
and now I'm glad you got all your equipment before the tariffs set in.
Yeah. I'm loving the equipment. I'm spending a lot of time with that. And yeah, and I have a tape deck I'm going to show you later.
Oh, fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing it all. I just want to say, I want to just put this on for a second. And I'd like to do a special thank you to Andy Findon, an old buddy from London from many, many years ago. He's the first call flute, National Symphony Orchestra principal flute, Michael Lambert Band. And Andy was scheduled to come on last week, and we had to cancel. And he and his wife had what I had, and Jim had, and Clara had. He had it 3 or 4 weeks beforehand, so he knows how he's feeling. So Andy's been rescheduled for April the 23rd.
Okay.
And I've got Ozzy's coming on next week to talk phono cartridges. So hopefully Angie will be here for that as well. That'll be a lot of fun. Then we have Jay Marsh coming on. She's a flutist in Toronto, and she has some very interesting projects she's working on. Then we get Andy, and then of course Jim. Thank you very much for arranging Jennifer Johnson. She's one of the world's greatest. I think she's a mezzo, and she's a member of the Bavaria State Opera, one of the world's great opera houses. So that'll be fun.
Awesome.
So let me just move that, and let's add our friends to the stage. Hey, Jack, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I was a bit tired, but woke up very quickly when the pre-show got commenced, and it was an exciting half hour.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, Angie. And Jim, that's Jim Black. Now he's trying to call me on some other god. I mean, it's just Jim and technology.
I don't know what's going on.
Jim, you're pressing an audio video call, you silly bugger.
This is going to be a night.
No, it's not that. It's gone on to YouTube thing. The YouTube.
Okay, I'm gonna get rid of you, and then you're gonna.
All right, what's going on?
Log on again, okay? You silly bugger. Oh my god. That's what it was like before the show. So before the show, Jack and I fine talking about Sibelius 5 and having fun. And then Scott comes in and, oh, my lighting's all screwed up. So Scott's running around like a blue-eyed fly. Then Angie comes on, and there's a 17-second friggin' echo. And she goes, oh, I've got my external speaker on. external speaker, and just there's Jim. Let's see if he. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I don't know. It went on to the app.
I know it just does it automatically. I know it's awful. Are you there, Jim?
I am. Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you, or we can see you.
Jolly good. Excellent.
It's good to see you, mate.
Right.
Okay. So since we've been away, I was getting emails from members. Were you on last week, Anthony? I put it everywhere on social media, but some people missed it. Anyway, we're back. So Andrew always answered a question ahead of time. It's just, by the way, it's great to see you, Angie. It's great to see you, Jack. It's great to see you, Jim. The gang's all here. So Andrew from Oz says, evening team. Hope Anthony's feeling better. Is better. Nearly there. Question, best Vaughan Williams London Symphony on vinyl, please. It's still warm and 25 degrees in the Canberra office. So what do you think, guys? The RVW London Symphony on vinyl. I have one on CD, but on vinyl. What do you think, Jim?
Well, I do like the Bolt one, I have to say. The Vernon Hanley one's very good.
Yeah, I have the Bolt on vinyl. If I was going to get one, though,
This is going to be a night.
I know. I keep getting these audio calls from the WhatsApp app. Is that open?
Oh, it's Carl. Is Carl joining us tonight?
No. I just logged off. I mean, anyway, what the hell is going on? Okay. Anyway, so I was going to say the CD is
Dear.
the Previn on Telearch on CD.
Previn.
It's absolutely amazing, but
Yep.
it's CD, not
The CD is great. I have the vinyl too. It's not too bad, but the Telearch is great.
Jim's gone black again.
I think
Hello, is Carl trying to call me or something?
I don't know. Turn it off.
I've turned it off.
Turn it off. You silly bugger. Turn it off.
Well, it's nothing to do with me.
I
Why
know,
is he calling me?
I don't know.
what did our poor listeners are going to think all we're going to do is laugh for an hour.
Oh, no.
Yeah, okay.
Jim would come over to Toronto from London 30 years ago and get a phone. And he would buy a phone, and the goddamn thing would never work. I mean, just never worked. Not even once. About 10 different trips. Jim. Okay, so anyway, sorry, guys. Sorry. Stay there, Jim. We love you.
It certainly is.
Oh, just gotta get.
What's going on?
Jim, I think what it is on the WhatsApp, someone keeps trying to get through to you or automatically. Just turn off your WhatsApp.
Well, I can't turn off the WhatsApp because that's what I'm on, isn't it?
No, you're not. You're on StreamYard. Yeah, turn off the WhatsApp. That's what it's probably doing. Okay, we'll just continue. Okay, anyway, we'll get you back in a sec, Jim.
Okay.
And Joey says, "Hi, everybody. It's the best night of the week. Everything classical. It sure is."
Compared to what?
Yeah, I know. That's right. Hi, Anthony. Hope you're feeling better, my friend. I am much better, thanks. And Joey says, "Yeah, I keep getting these missed audio calls."
Carl's trying to call me or something. He's calling. I don't know what's going on. So
I know. I'm going to just ignore. Okay, maybe that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe yeah. Just we'll see what happens. Anyway, Joey says, "Anyone heard this Alice Sarah Ott John Field complete nocturnes?" No, it's beautiful. It comes out well. We'll look out for that. And he also recommends the Maria Duenas Paganini is on my wish list too. And of course, the Tilson Thomas Winter Dreams. I'm not going to get that. I was going to get that. I'm done paying $80 for records if they don't send them to me. I'm not going to do it. And Frederick says, "Hey, Frederick, how are you?" The RVW Previn, the RCA. Yes, very good. His RCAs was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Scott says, "Good evening, everybody. How are you? It's good to see you." And then Jack, could you read that, please?
It says, "Hey, it's Wednesday. Are we going to do this thing?"
Hopefully.
My buddy Rick from Brighton, Michigan. I don't know what he means by this thing.
This thing, I think you got to get you're not hip enough, Jack. Are we going to do this thing?
When you're 110 years old, it does.
Yeah, I keep getting the same thing, Jim, from Carl.
Yeah, okay.
Carl's another guy with technology. Okay, Peter Mickelson. Greetings from New Mexico. Hi, Peter. I think you're new.
Yeah.
Is Peter new?
I think so.
Hi, Peter. Great to see you. Thanks for dropping by. It's great to see you.
Peter, it's always not like this. We're usually fairly serious.
and fairly competent. Oi. And Armin from LA. Greetings, y'all. Y'all. That's for you, Jack. In your Tennessee drawl.
Greetings.
Jeremy, glad you're feeling better, Anthony. Thanks, Jeremy. Hey, Tony, Wicked Exile. Hello, gentlemen. The flu's brutal this season. Feel better, Anthony. Yeah, it's. Well, Jim had it 3 or 4 weeks ago, and Clara.
Yeah, and it is.
And Sky, good evening, all. We'll put the link up later on. There's no guest tonight, so we've got lots of time. Come up, show records. And Jim from Columbus with all that fancy new equipment. Good evening, everybody. Anthony, happy to see you back in action. Now, Wicked Exile, you can't talk about technology, my friend. Do you remember on Rachel's show? He says, paint it black, Jim.
What's up, me?
That's funny, Wicked. That must have been some pre-party. Well, Jack always said we should just put it on, start, and just do the pre-show. It was a lot of fun. We were being very naughty. And the after show is pretty good, too. Octopus Tree Audio. Never heard of him. No, that's Max Geiger. Max Geiger. Morty Feely. Hey, Max, how you doing? Jim says, must be the Emperor's telephone tariffs. Yeah, the tariffs have hit the airways. And they were on and on again, then off again, then on again and on. I think there's some confusion in that Oval Office.
Mm.
And Rick says everyone needs to watch the latest 2 episodes straight to yes. See some
thank
great
you.
Of course, absolutely. That's it. Now, Flaming Groove was on Rachel with me, and he was talking about this concert. Jim, could you read that one, bud, please?
Robin Ticciati conducting San Francisco Symphony at Davis Hall. Beethoven Piano Concerto Number 4, Francesca Piemontesi, and Rachmaninoff Symphony Number 2. My first live symphony show. It was great. Oh, great.
Yeah, Flaming Groove mentioned it on Rachel's show, and I just mentioned what a lovely program.
Yeah.
It's good to see that they're doing something after all the bad news we were getting from them for a while.
Yes.
It's interesting that Tilson Thomas has announced his retirement, hasn't he, this
Bless
week?
his heart. That man has done was just wonders. It's amazing. And he was playing piano with Viking Kur Olafsson. And, they're playing the piano, but he's retired from the shows. Could you read that from Jim, please?
Yes. Been pulling some tulips. Yes, Anthony, I agree. Some are as good as any other label, including their own reissues. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, Jim. I was blown away, mainly due to the generosity of Ryan. Ryan on our panel comes up and sent me some, and I managed to get a whole load together and do a video.
Yeah, the secret's out.
Angie, can you read that one, my love?
Hello, everyone. I picked up MoFi pictures at the exhibition conducted by Muti from 1979 this week. Sounds great for sure. Any comments about this recording? Thanks.
Jack will tell us. Go ahead, Jack.
The only comment I have is that if you have the MoFi, you better make sure that the forearm tracks correctly at the very end. It could do some strange things, but it's I think it's the best one of the maybe the best recording of that.
Yeah, it's pretty special.
Scott, could you read that one, please, bud?
Scott's modern music video was excellent too. Thank you so much.
It was brilliant.
Thank you.
Now, TechWriter has an important question because I want to. Anyone get the new analog phonic? Now, what do you mean by new, Tech?
It's a new release.
From Analog Phonic?
Yeah.
Really?
You really?
I'm doing a video now. I'm trying to find them. And
Yeah.
It's not been updated since 2019.
It might be the only thing that's in print. It's
Yeah. Well,
it's,
no.
Ricci with Sargent. It's a 2-record set.
Great. Thanks, Tech. Thanks, Scott.
I do know someone who has it, and they said it was superb.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Anything with Ricci, right?
Yeah. You probably want to grab that one.
Yes, I think I will. Hey, Jeremy. Jeremy was at Carnegie Hall last Friday, and especially good performance conducted by Muti at Bruckner 7. I think Jim saw Muti do Bruckner 7 at the festival hall. Was it
I did with the Vienna Philharmonic. Yeah, it was brilliant. He's very good. I also heard him do Bruckner 6 with the New York Phil at Avery Fisher. He's a fabulous Bruckner conductor, Muti.
There was a lot of negative stuff from Chicago people on the Norman Lebrecht blog.
Yeah.
And they were saying the reviews in the Times were basically average, but what are they? Pressed on 2 discs. Yes, Scott mentioned. Great tech. Thank you. Okay, guys. He picked up the Abada's version of the Firebird, spinning it. Anyone here familiar with it? Yes, very familiar.
Mine was fine.
It was done around the same time when Jim and I were going to their concerts. Also, it was always a major event. The Petrushka was the best one. The Rider Swing they redid on the original source. It's very good, brilliant. And they recorded them all at Fairfield Hall, which is I'm going to talk about in a minute. And they're very good, but they're not tulips, so the pressings are
I'll tell you, Anthony. I just got the Miles Davis MoFi of the other part of Ford and More, My Funny Valentine, and it was brand new, sealed. Obviously, it just was shipped last week. The record was filthy. I took it out of the sleeve. It was filthy. I cleaned it twice in the machine, and it was horrible. I get it. You got to clean them, but the new like a $60 record, it was filthy.
That's ridiculous. That I'm just about, except for Esoteric, which always come, and the Analog Phonic came really well done, but it's just the Bruckner's 7, 8, and 9 with Giulini went through 3 sets. It was disgraceful. Okay, I'm going to go big for a sec, guys, if you don't mind. Got a few things to show you. Start off with some CDs. It's from my friends at Triptych. Music by Sergei Protopopov. Modern, very harmonic, lovely music by a Russian composer, played by Matthias Spey, a Dutch gentleman. It's very interesting if you want to get some harmonically interesting music. Russians, and it's Sonata 1, 2, there's 3 sonatas. And then a piece called Sun-Kissed Clouds. Very nice, lovely. On Triptych. There you see it, Triptych. So, okay. Did anybody read my social media post about this?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was very disappointing. Hype is a big thing in this business. It's ridiculous in pop music and even in jazz, but in classical. And the Czech Philharmonic have been getting nothing but amazing reviews. Even Simon Rattles jumped on board, and they're the greatest orchestra. This. Well, they have they've become a little more homogenized in the last 20 years. It's a wonderful orchestra, and they play very well on this recording. Pitchko's a very good conductor. Ismail is very good. But the recording by Pentatone, I don't know what the guys were thinking. It's cut so low that I had to turn my N51, my MBL. There it is right there. Had to turn up so loud that it kind of made the recording unfocused. Pentatone do a beautiful production. They really do. And I spoke to a resident Mahler scholars, Jesus Gonzalez Morial, and he's got all of them except this one. He said the other ones sound fine. So hopefully this was a one-off. It's a shame because some of the playing is very good. Good trombone solo, good post horn, good ensemble. But it's not Vienna and it's not Berlin. There's a guy on YouTube that goes on about this orchestra like it's a second coming, and they are wonderful. And they have very interesting, horns, Tilzar brothers, and very many years ago. Angie played me a recording of them from the Rodolphina. Remember Angie? It was amazing. But it's not Vienna, it's not Berlin. And it's certainly not the Yellow Stone, the one that Angie recommends. Who's what's the violin that recommend Angie? Who is it, Jim? The Harnstein, which I love.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyway, so avoid. Sorry, I don't need to do that, as you know. These guys work very hard, do beautiful performances, but can't. I got these. Just recently came in. Super fun stereo concerto number 3 by Bartok with Eva Bernatova, professor at Trinity when Jim and I were there. She's wonderful. Orchestra's good. Czech Philharmonic and Shell is wonderful. Super fun recordings are awful. I'm sorry, the pressings are so bad. There's no warmth to them. I'm not sure what it's the vinyl. But I've got 3. Ryan gave me this one. This one's much better. This is a done on Pro Arte. Wonderful performance by Moravec. He's a very underrated pianist. That's very good. But the Pro Arte had got that. Maybe they use better vinyl. This one, great repertoire. Sage the Funk Quintet again. Eva Bernatova and the Janacek Quartet. So you listen to the Janacek Quartet on the London record that Sky recommended. It's wonderful, amazing, warm and detailed. This recording, it's stereo. It's this super fun vinyl. I don't know. It's just cold and not fun. Ryan sent me this. Can you believe that? That's just fantastic. Tokyo String Quartet, or the Bartok String Quartets, wonderful. I can highly recommend that. Some of the best ones I've heard are on CD. The Emerson on Deutsche Grammophon is amazing, and the other one, the album bag on their CDs are fantastic. I think that's it for my records. Yeah. Some more coming up when we do the Brahms. Let me just remove myself. Okay, I'm going to put this up. Scott, would you like to talk about this? Whoops.
The first one?
There we go.
Oh, that. Yes. Yep, I just shot it today. It's all ready to go for tomorrow. Comparison of 4 pressings of this record. And it was a clear winner. So you have to tune in to find out which one it was.
I had the analog productions. The Vieuxtemps concerto is lovely, but the way he does the last movement of the Scottish Fantasy is so gorgeous. And the tune by Brooke is fantastic. If you don't know that piece, guys, you should watch the video because the music is wonderful.
It really is.
Now, I've got a couple of records I'm going to recommend to you. Excuse me. This is Santu, forget his last name. He's a young Finnish guy. He's the music director of the Philharmonia. They snapped him up. He's now getting Chicago and Berlin, and everyone loves this guy. And he's very, very good. He has a very elegant way of conducting. And this is Shostakovich number 10 on the Philharmonia records. It's very, very good. It's just coming out, so you can try that. Now, this is an interesting one.
Sure is.
Down, boy. She's a beautiful girl. She's a wonderful player. Her name is Francesca Dago. She's married to the conductor, not this conductor, that's a lady, Daniel Ruotoni. And she did recordings on Deutsche Grammophon and now Chandos. And this is on YouTube. You can find it where she's recording at the Fairfield Hall with the BBC Symphony, who sound great. She's doing the Brahms. She sounds wonderful in it. And the Busoni, which is something I didn't know. And it's a very interesting concerto. She plays it beautifully. There's a 300-year-old Cremonese violin.
Chandos, how could you go wrong?
Yes, but the little secret weapon here is Dalia Stasevska. Has anybody heard of her?
Yeah. She's been chief guest conductor of the BBC for a few years now.
When I first saw her, I thought, oh, it's one of those, me too, we got to get the women in, and that's great. And she was certainly fine conductor. But I was studying, Jack and I were discussing Sibelius Symphony number 5 today. So where's the part where the swan theme comes on and Jane goes, oh, I love that part. every time we put it on YouTube, or Jane goes, oh, I love that part. You all know the swan theme in Sibelius 5. So Jack and I were talking about today. So I was doing some studying, trying to figure out how to conduct the last 4 or 5 pages, which is a you-know-what to conduct. So I was going through different performances, and I saw Dalia Stavetska. This is just recently. She's had 3 or 4 years now with the Frankfurt Radio Symphony, and it was fantastic. She has things to say, and she gets the orchestra to say them, and it's beautiful. So it's way beyond just well played. It's beautifully interpreted. So if you want to check out her Sibelius 5 with the Frankfurt Radio Symphony, Dalia Staveska. Stasevska. She's wonderful. And you'll see her conducting the Sibelius 5, but also if you go to the video on Francesca's YouTube channel. So she's wonderful.
Anthony, while you're talking about that, why don't you tell everybody about the that Bernstein LSO recording that you recommended to me. I didn't even know about it.
Excuse me. There's an incredible Bernstein from the Fairfield Hall. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. The Fairfield Hall, in 1967 or 9. Bernstein came at the LSO with all the superstars in it. Jimmy Galway, Dennis Wick, Barry Tucker. I mean, they're all in it. It's amazing. Doing Sibelius 5. And it's amazing. Amaze balls in every way. He also does a Rite of Spring. Same series. It's just black and white. Bernstein at his very best. The LSO sound fantastic.
It's not not recorded.
No, you can't. You can't only on YouTube. And I went through a couple of what are you laughing at?
When I was in Indiana, we had to play a piano proficiency. We had to play, all scales, 4 octaves, arpeggios, a prepared piece, sight reading. On my proficiency, I had to play for Sidney Foster, George Bolette, and Abby Simon. They listed me play scales.
Wow.
George Bolette, man, what a monster player he was. And Cuban American. But anyway, that's Complete Deck of Recordings. Again, they won't be that expensive. But if you love CDs, what a time to be a CD aficionado. Because there's so many great CDs. This is on vinyl and on CD. One of my favorite pianists, the winner of the 2015 Chopin competition, Seong Jin Cho, with the BSO and Nelsons. I've not heard it. I'm sure it'll be very good. He's a wonderful pianist, of course, the Boston Symphony. And then all his Nelsons with the Boston Symphony, all the Shostakovich symphonies, which are some are good, some are not quite as good. But so buyer beware. Have a listen first. You can stream them all. And then, of course, the Shostakovich cello concertos with Yo-Yo Ma, again with the Boston Symphony and Nelsons. So that's from later on. So that's that. Okay, let's go back some then we'll show some records. So thanks, Tech. I'm going to get to see about that. So Mark also found a Kleiber Beethoven 5th. Bum, 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 bum. A lot of you don't get that third. Da, 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 da. Thirds are awful. When you're doing sight screeching, sight reading is sight screeching and ear training, minor thirds and then horrible. And Joey says, hi, Rick. Now, Tony Smith. Do you know Tony Scott?
Yes. Yeah.
Could you read that, bud?
Yes. Hello, Scott. Thanks for the advice on the glass bookends. Yeah. I found a pair for $100. That's great. Tony from Chicago. Have a great night.
$400. Oh, God.
You paid $4?
I did.
Oh, yeah. People have asked me about those so many times. They're wonderful.
They're beautiful. They really are. So welcome, Tony. And you're from Chicago. Wicked says, any view on the Sheffield 18 Strauss Dvorak Mayorga Steinhardt direct to disc? I haven't listened to it for over 40 years. I was knocked out. I don't know that. Do you guys know that record?
I don't have it. No.
Oh.
But that's a Doug Sachs job, so it must be good.
It is. Yeah.
He said, absolutely demo sound.
Yeah.
Okay. And Jim says, yes.
Find those directed discs because everybody used them as demos in stores. The ones you see around now are usually pretty shot.
Now, when you say the Strauss and the Dvorak, is he the Serenade for Winds, Jim? Because I played the Strauss and there's no flute part in the Dvorak. And of course, Joey says Yo-Yo Ma is great. Absolutely. Well, that's great questions, guys. Keep them coming. And I'll put up a link in a little while. Okay, I think we're going to go to Sonata. Okay, thanks, Jim. Okay, so we're going to go to Scott. And Scott, you're going to talk about some records tonight?
Yes. First, I want to show you something that happened. when Oz would come over and go into the vault, he'd see this stack of equipment back there. I was like, those all need to go somewhere, like to be repaired. And he kept asking me about this tape deck, and I said, if you know someone who can fix it, you can take it. And he happened to know someone, and I had met him before. And so the Pioneer reel-to-reel RT707 has been restored, and it's back in the house. He brought it the other day with a demo tape. I got to tell you, the demo tape was unbelievable, almost the best source in my system. I mean, it was amazing. Let me see if I can switch the camera. Yeah. There she is.
Here it is.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And so that's going to be fun because I have all these tapes to play, living stereo tapes and stuff. Let me switch back. Yeah. So that was really nice. Thank you to Oz and to Jeffrey for that restoration. It's awesome. And I got some records to show you. Yeah. Like you saw earlier, this Heifetz I've been listening to for several days now. I hadn't really listened to it as intently as I have recently because of that shootout. And I gotta say, this is an amazing, amazing performance. And the recording is Kenneth Wilkinson. It's very, very good. One pressing really showed, was the best. But you'll find out about that tomorrow. Also, friend of the channel, Jim, and I are friends now. Sent me a little package of things that he had picked up that he didn't need, and so I'm going to show you those here.
Which Jim?
Jim Manique.
In Chicago. Oh, in Chicago. Oh, Jim.
Illuminon.
Oh, Illuminate.
Illuminon. Yeah.
It's a great record.
Wonderful guy. This is one of those hardbound Deutsche Grammophon. So
It's great.
yeah,
Gorgeous.
beautiful. This is, and all of these are restored. You know what that means? 10, 15 cleanings on his special system.
Oh, on Jim's restores, yeah.
Yeah, he's into the restoration thing, so he's getting me interested in this too. So this is a really good Columbia. Peter and the Wolf and Nutcracker, Bernstein. And then this is a 1S of a very rare living stereo. Prokofiev.
I got on a Victrola. It's amazing.
Yeah. I've never ever seen the original, so this was really nice to have too. I haven't heard it yet, but this one.
Just one sec, Scott.
Yeah, sure.
Jim in Chicago, just to let you know, the tariffs, don't worry about sending stuff to Canada. There's no problem. Okay? just so you know. Just kidding.
Yeah, he's very generous.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, with his time and knowledge too. This is, I don't know if you can read the Gothic writing, but it's dance music of Pretorius.
That's gorgeous.
I think this is a TAS list title.
That's beautiful.
Pretty sure. Yeah. And this is a loan. This is a loan for a review that I'm going to do. This is a restored 1S of Reiner's Tchaikovsky 1812. So
I have that 1S. It's wonderful.
yeah.
It's wonderful. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's coming up soon on the channel. And then I got a tulip. This.
He's like rubbing it into my nose, Anthony. Look at this, Anthony. Oh, that's a beautiful performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the plain old label before, so this is very welcome. Can't wait to hear the difference.
Beautiful.
This is the later one of one of the other symphonies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic performance.
And these are really exciting to me because I really love collecting Argo, and he found a couple of Argos that I've never seen.
Beautiful.
Yeah. You know any of these artists? That
I
artist.
worked with Ben Lux and did Don Giovanni with him.
Oh, okay.
1980s, yeah.
So this is just voice and piano, I assume.
That one.
And this one is Venetian music by the Gabrielists. I don't know. I'm a little confused about this one. Like, I don't even know what to expect.
Oh, Magdalen College.
Magdalen College. That's how you
Yeah.
pronounce it. Magdalen, not Magdalene. Magdalen. Only
Magdalen.
the Brits you call it the friggin' Magdalen.
Oh yeah. And this is a tulip as well.
Oh, that's one. I wish I had that one for the video. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. And
Where'd
the
you-
other
which-
one is
Where'd you get
my
that one
bron.
from?
Sorry.
Where did
That's it.
Where did you get the tulip from?
Hmm?
Where did you get the last tulip from?
From Jim.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's just showing stuff. I just want to just show one that I forgot to show from the great Ryan Fusato in Maui. He sent me this Argo, very early Argo. So
You're not on screen.
what's that?
I don't. Are you on screen? Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm on solo here.
There you go.
Let me figure out why.
Can you see me now?
There. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. You guys scared the shit out of me. This is John Ogden, the great John Ogden, is worth a read in Wikipedia. Very tragic life. He went to He went to Indiana to teach. That
Oh,
was
really? When was he there?
in the mid-70s. I think in the mid-70s. That's
I
his
guess he
wife.
was here when I was there. I should know.
Two very, very early Mendelssohn concertos, but just interesting music with the playing of the orchestra. Oh my God! So that was from Ryan Fusato. Thank you, Ryan. Sorry, Scott, you did say you finished, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to Jim.
All right, okay. Well, the first one is Richter with Chicago Symphony and Leinsdorf doing Brahms Piano Concerto No. 2.
Oh yeah.
And it's virtually brand new again. It's an RCA, beautiful condition.
Oh,
I don't think it's ever been played actually.
99p.
Yeah, that was 99p. And then I got this because I thought you'd be interested. This is an Argo.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I want that.
I just found that, Jim. I found that 2 weeks ago. It's a great
Yeah, it's a good performance. And again, it's virtually brand new record.
Beautiful.
Never been. And the good thing is you get the libretto as well. And then I found this the other day, and again, this is virtually brand new, and it's a Decca original Wagner Valkyrie
wow.
Schulte.
Mm.
That's a snag.
And here we are.
How much was that?
99p.
That's a narrow band, but still really good.
And another one is our old friend Yehudi playing Kreutzer and Spring Sonatas with Hepzibah.
His Beethoven playing, especially the early days, he was very fine player.
Yeah. Well, again, it's this bluey purpley color. I don't know if they're a very early label.
Love it.
I don't know, Scott. Are they very early labels for?
I don't. No, I think that was just the second Concert Classics label, maybe.
Yeah, it is Concert Classics. And then I found this Janet Baker and Gerald Moore, Heritage of English Song, which is, as you can see, it's quite an old EMI label. And let me just show you the record. There we are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's also got amazing. I've never heard. This is the most amazing name for somebody. The viola da gamba was played by a man called Ambrose Gauntlet.
Oh, he's famous man.
Yeah.
I know.
Ambrose.
What a name, Ambrose Gauntlet. It's like, wow.
Jim, do you know my favorite English name for a singer?
What's that?
Rogers, not Roger, Rogers Covey Crump.
Oh, Kobe Crump.
Yeah, Covey Crump.
Well, you know John Shirley Quirk.
Yeah.
Well, when John Shirley Quirk was in Singapore doing a B minor mass, he was billed on the poster as Quirky John Shirley. And he kept the poster for years on his wall at home, you know, baritone solo Quirky John Shirley.
Jim,
Oh, that was brilliant.
Your records the last 3 or 4 weeks, man, you've been getting some incredible finds. Are they all from the same shop?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Ozzy.
I mean, it depends when you get. I mean, I've worked out now that if you go to these charity shops, you have to go on a Monday because that's when they get all the new stock in. Certainly in here. I mean, I don't know if it's the same in the US, but they certainly seem to put the better new stock that I haven't seen on a Monday. Monday lunchtime to afternoon is the best time to go.
All right.
Jack, can you read that one, please?
Yes, just can you go around and ask what everyone's favorite piece is to listen at the moment? Fishing for new recommendations. Cheers.
Go ahead, Jack.
Well, you know, you got me on this Sibelius thing, so I've been going through all my Sibelius work, and you know, everybody listens to 2 and 5 and 7, so I've been trying to branch out and listen to some of the other. His 4th symphony is strange.
Heavy duty, man. No,
It-
that first movement is, if you're conducting, it's not. It doesn't take any prisoners, man. It's a.
I would recommend anybody who's used to hearing Sibelius is 2, 5, or 7, listen to 4. You'd never think. I mean, it's just, you know, it's just. I love it. It's a great piece.
I'm just going to show people if they want to get one. This is from Ryan. This is a tulip. This is the great Carry-On version.
Mhm.
Wow.
The thing on that is staggering, and the recording is very good. But the first movement is so dark, it's so overpowering. Let alone playing it. The string part in it is unbelievable. But it's a great piece. It's not pretty at all. Thank you, Don.
Segerstrand on with Helsinki is a great recording of that as well.
He's an interesting guy.
Those of you who have streamers, man, I know Rick just got a streamer on my recommendation finally. And you can sit down and listen to all these great interpretations and then figure out which one you want to buy, if you can find them in vinyl or whatever. But it's a great piece.
Sibelius 4 from Jag. What are you listening to, Scott? I guess
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you there.
what are you listening to? Mark wants a recommendation. What have you been listening to lately?
Oh, well.
Scottish fantasy, I guess.
I have this record handy. I'll show it. Interpretation may not be the best, but I'm playing it a lot on the Phasmation cartridge and the Perpetuum Ebner turntable. It's a real dynamic recording and performance of Passionata. This was a Japanese audiophile mastering, 45 RPM, very, very dynamic. It was an old TAS Super Disc list. So I've been playing that a lot today. This week.
So we've got the Passionata Sonata by Beethoven. One of the great, amazing. Sibelius 4. I'm going to go for Sibelius 5 because I've been listening to it all day today and studying it, trying to figure out how to conduct the damn thing. Sibelius 5, the Carry-On, the Tulip, like the 4th, is just remarkably good. Jim, what are you listening to lately?
Well, I have been listening. If I I'll get the CD. I mean, I found this in the shop as well. It's Hindemith. And I've been listening to the violin concerto played by David Oistrakh.
Oh, that's interesting.
With the LSO, conducted by Paul Hindemith in 1962, I think. And I'll put the back on things. On the back, it's also got the Metamorphosis.
The Abbado. It's very good.
The Abbado one. And Symphony Matis de Mahler with Orchestre Suisse Romande and Paul Kletsky.
Oh, that's a great.
And it's a very good performance, the Kletsky. Well, I mean, I don't really know Hindemith, and I know he empties concert halls like a dose of COVID, doesn't he? But I like the violin concerto with Oistrakh. He plays it really beautifully.
That's amazing. So far we got Sibelius 4, Sibelius 5, the Appassionata Sonata, and we have Mathis de Mala and the Hindemith violin concerto.
Violin concerto, yeah.
Angelina, what have you been listening to lately?
The Oddball, of course. Bolero.
Oh, which one? Let me just get you back. Hang on.
I have so many different versions of them. So I pulled out a few of them and I've been comparing them. This one's an oldie and I love this. Look at this.
Oh, the Soria. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it gorgeous? I love the way it
That's
looks.
with a dowel spine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah. English pressing.
So that's what I've been comparing.
And fantastic. Thanks, Andy. We're going to come back to you some records in a sec.
Sure.
So Sky has been listening to the Saint-Saëns violin concerto. Big it up.
Oh.
Yep, I got it with Milstein. It's fantastic. And Chopin piano concerto number 1. There you go, Mark from Sky. And Sibelius to Barbaroli. It's Chesky, which it's remarkably good. Ozzy says, the Aladdin Suite by Carl Nielsen. Wonderful. Good, Mike. You're getting some great recommendations tonight. Tech says, España, the LSO with A12 for Argenta. Very dynamic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Great.
I think I've got it right here. If you can still get this one, Mark, pretty hard to find. This is the double 45 Gurney Grundman in London. It's a fantastic performance and an amazingly well done reissue. So that's another good one, Tech. And Joey says on repeat, Alice, Sarah Art, John Field, Clipping Nocturnes. Oh, nice recommendation. And Marcus says, thanks all, writing. And Sky has a question for you, Ange.
How is the SME turntable holding up for you, Angie? Absolutely love it. It's going to be a keeper in my system for a long time. I've tried a couple of different cartridges. Obviously, the Analog Relax and Phasmation. And I've got now the Lyra Etna, which I want to try out and see how it works with the tone arm.
That's a great cartridge.
Absolutely love it. I'm so glad I have it. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. Jeremy says, Mendelssohn's number 1, Abado LSO, very lovely. And Ozzy says, Call of the Mountain. I don't know that, but again. Mark says, I find I'd rather have records than money these days. Yeah, well, you can't have both, but unfortunately.
Wait till Sky comes on, we'll all be poor.
Yeah, I'll put up the link in a second, guys. I'm just gonna do Jack, then Angie, and then we'll go to the So Jack, got some records?
Let's see. So, Jim, I have some 99 Ps for you. I hope you can.
Right.
What is everybody's thoughts on Everyman Classic Records?
Some of them are amazing.
Yeah.
This one is particularly good. It's Vanguard.
Yeah.
And it's Barbaroli with the Holly. And it's
they Jack, the Vanguard, is that the American? Because I'm sure they used to be on the Pi Nixer label, weren't they?
Yeah, I don't know. Let me show you. It's this Vanguard Stereo Lab. Can you see through that?
Yeah. That was their budget line.
But it's really exceptionally well done, and That's a good orchestra, good recording. I had not heard this, but for $1, it was well worth it. And boy, I'll tell you, it is an exceptional
Wow.
record. It's really good.
Pretty cover too.
It is
Yeah.
pretty cool. So here's another one that they had. This one was 99p and is also fairly decent.
Oh yeah.
Lovely. Is this the
It's
same
not,
record?
it's not the best, but it's good. I mean, it's good. You know, it's a great piece of music and a good orchestra. So what do you see this? This is a tulip.
Oh, another two.
Oh right.
Oh, wow. Is that stereo? No, it's not stereo, is it? No,
No,
mono. Beautiful.
no, it's
Right.
it's not an ultra great recording, but the music is just superb. And you know, I don't see that much of Fort English stuff around. I mean, it's really hard, not hard to find, but I don't see his recordings in the bins as much. But it's Anthony, you were right on this tulip thing. They're really good.
Aren't the Berliner studios redoing some of the Furtwängler stuff the way they're doing the Carry-On?
Oh, okay.
They are, but I mean, I don't know how much they're going to be, but yeah.
Here's a record that I saw. You know, I had this a long time ago, and I don't know where it went to, but I found it again. And I had this early on in probably late in high school. I got turned on to this. And
Oh, that's a fabulous piece.
I bought it for old time's sake, but it's one of those. I think it's kind of it's a record. Everybody should have a copy of this or listen to it.
And that
really
symphony
good.
band is very challenging.
It is. We played this at Indiana one year, and it was a bear. I mean, it was.
It is. It's not easy.
It was tough.
Great records, Jack.
So this is a 6i. This was $4.95, and this is
Oh yeah.
the Walter, and you know, it's for Columbia. It's not bad. The record, unfortunately, is probably VG. It's not VG plus or better. I kind of try to stay away from those, but I knew of this too, and I found this. This is 99 cents. There's this place here that I found that was amazing about a month ago. I went into.
He's very underrated, Francescatti. Fine violinist.
He plays. Finally, in the vinyl, my final end. This is for an angel. It's a good recording. I have to tell you, Ormandy, I think, is a very underrated conductor. You know,
Yep.
Everybody says, well, he inherited that orchestra from Stokowski and all of that, but he really did. I think he did an exceptional job. I think the Ormandy box just came out. I heard this big 100 disc like the Previn. Couple CDs. Surprisingly good.
Oh yeah, it's a famous one. Handling this-
Good. And a really good recording. You know,
East German.
I don't know what label this is on. Berlin Classics.
Eterna. It's an East German label.
It's pretty good. My box of the week I found on eBay, relatively expensive. It's the complete back.
Oh, that's a great.
Oh yeah.
That's a great deal.
It's $29.95. I think I paid for this on eBay.
Right.
Jack,
Yes,
listen to the Happy Forest.
I will.
An amazing performance, an amazing piece.
I don't know David Lloyd Jones, so I know the Scottish Orchestra from Gibson, but I don't know Jones.
He's a good conductor, but well, how much was that?
$29.95.
I mean, it's ridiculous. It's like the Arnold.
Yeah.
It wasn't new. It was open. It wasn't sealed, but you know, I mean, they were impeccable inside, and you know, good stuff. And then my little jazz for the night. If anybody is into Smoking at the Half Note, which everybody should have that record.
I've got it. It's great. Amazing.
Well, this is volume 2. You can find this on CD. And on here, or this is a Japanese CD, but you can find this American all over. These are tunes that came from that session that were not released because Cree Taylor said, "No, it's too much jazz. We need more. People won't buy." But this is the stuff that didn't make the original record, and it's exceptionally good.
Fabulous.
Same.
Maybe Jack. Thanks, Jack.
I got to show you a book.
Oh, hang on. Sorry.
I got to show you a book.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
yeah.
This is
that'll be an
the latest
interesting
read.
book.
What a tormented guy, man!
Oh my God, unbelievable.
But if you want to understand his writing, you gotta know about the person, and that's a great thing. That's what I like the greatest.
Say a quick story, just how you never know about people. I'd heard about Malcolm Arnold through my father and all sorts of things. And Jim, what was the name of that pub, Jim? Boswell's? Is it Boswell's? Jim?
Boswell, yeah. What? I mean, the one opposite college?
Yeah. And I was sitting there one day, and we were all getting drunk, and there was a load of people around. And they started talking about Malcolm Arnold. I said, "Didn't he go off so stupidly? I said, didn't he go off his rocker or something?" And she went, "I'm his caregiver." I was like, "Oh my God!" I just crawl out. But she said, "No, the man has had a rough life." But then we found out really just what kind of life he had. Unbelievable. Okay, Angie.
Yes.
On to you, my dear.
All right, here's some records.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Living stereo, beautiful.
It's a good one.
So is
That's
that.
a great-
Tell me about that live one.
That's a great one. Love it.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, who's the orchestra? Is that Bob Raleigh?
Yeah, I think so.
it's at the Philharmonia.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bob Raleigh. Beautiful.
Argo for Scott.
Oh yeah, I love that.
That's a very fine performance and
Yeah.
recording.
Never seen that.
I like the way they've shown Neville Mariner like that Beethoven statue in Vienna.
Yeah.
What is that, Angie?
The Speaky. Finds a room. Oh yeah. Oh nice.
Oh, okay.
Angie, your collection is unbelievable. You see it going down to the basement and getting out records.
That's why I love sharing it with you.
That's lovely. That's a lovely record. Look at that. Oh, I love Pinky's playing. Love his tone. Oh yeah. You wouldn't think of that as a pairing, but that's a famous record.
That's your phase 4, Scott.
Yeah, I've got that. I gotta do that video. That's it.
You got a great collection of Van Cliburn, Ange. Jeez.
Yep. That's only some of them there.
Are you a Van Cliburn fan then, Ange?
Absolutely.
I've got the Decca of that. It's very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Julius Katchen died young of cancer. Shame.
Oh, I love that. That's a great record.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 Nice cover.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lovely.
it is nice. That's like a Soraya series. Whatever.
Tell me when to stop.
Well, we got a few more.
Great.
Well,
You know I love Rubenstein.
you got some
Rubenstein.
Rubenstein as well.
Rubenstein.
Here's a Rossini.
That's a great record.
Yeah. Is it? I have that. I got to play that.
There's that one in the Gamba with the LSO.
Oh.
Oh, that's a budget
What?
version of the famous foul spelling music.
Is it the same conductor?
Yeah, same performance.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that'll be something else.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that must be good.
Yeah, that's good.
It's amazing, actually.
Yeah. I love those early capitals.
So, Scott, when did you say you're visiting?
He's never leaving Miami now. All that equipment's there.
This is an interesting set.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, don't know that at all.
It's gatefold.
Yeah. Most people don't know too much about that one.
Yeah.
Something. A question for all of you guys: how do you organize your records, by composer or conductor? So we'll do a round robin about that in a second. Beautiful Ange, that's a lovely record. So is that? Is that a tulip?
No.
Oh, okay then.
I have some tulips. I can pull them up.
Tulips,
And I wanted to
tulip
show
shaming.
you. I showed you these once before. It's this, but
Mhm.
it's a reissue from Classic Records.
Yeah.
And if you recall, I showed them once before, and they're single side recorded on one side only, and 45 RPM. So
Right.
the other side is blank.
It's a test.
So these are the ones that, sell for $300, $400, $500.
Right.
And usually
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like 4, 5, 6, 8 records. So that was this one here.
Yeah.
That's the one with the horrible cover. God almighty.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Angie,
good there.
where'd you get your records from?
48 years of being in audio for the most part. So in the early days of audio, I used to sell vinyl.
Right.
Then about 20 years ago, I stopped. But because I've been doing this for such a long time, I've been getting some collections from my old-time customers, which is really good. And one of them happened to own or be involved with Sam the Record Man,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is like Tower Records in the US. So a lot of the gems or the open stock comes from there.
How old is Matthew?
And I'm just now finding the stash of records I hid that I was selling. So a lot of them are like really good stuff, factory sealed. And I've got about 2 or 3 boxes. Do you know where the hell it is? I don't know yet. But one day I will find that treasure box.
Angie, do you know
Boxes.
30 years ago, I came into the store with Matthew, my son. He was now
Yes.
34. He was 4 years old. And Angie made big fusses of both my kids. And she gave Matthew a vinyl record. And he comes running up to his Jen. He goes, "Mommy, Angie gave me my first vinyl, And you remember that?
Have to be contagious.
He was 4 years old, bless his heart. He's 34 now. Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you, Angie. Amazing collection as usual. Thank you for everybody for their records tonight. Now we have some guests who have joined us. I think first up was Armin. Hi, Armin. How are you?
Hello, everyone. Good. How are you? How's everyone
Hi,
doing?
Armin.
Doing good.
How are you, men?
Just to see you.
How's life in LA? Things have calmed down, I think, a little bit. Thank God.
Yeah. We got some rain today, so
You're going to get a lot more. I see, Armin. So cold
Rain is good.
works for Los
It is
Angeles.
good in LA. It's usually June gloom, right? That's it. The rest is sunny. So
I,
good.
I
I'm glad.
wanted to show you guys something.
Yeah.
So Scott, I found these bookends last weekend,
Oh,
$4 each.
really?
So more money for records.
Everybody wants Scott's.
They're not big though, but they're glass bookends.
They look like it though.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Very
Beautiful.
nice.
Very nice to see you, Ryan.
Scott, you should do like Massey and do T-shirts and bookends and have the Pressing Matters store.
Yeah.
Imagine the arrogance of being a nothing person on YouTube and having a merch store. I mean, really.
It's amazing. It's
Are you
amazing.
going to get the Audiophilia t-shirts? No. Okay. Here we go. LSO, Roll Opera House will get. Anyway, no, that's great. Yeah, Scott, I'd buy a Pressing Matters mug, buddy. I would, for sure. Okay, and who was up next? And there was Ryan. Hi, Ryan. How are you?
Oh, pretty good.
Nice to see you. How's things in Maui?
Oh, beautiful.
Of course. I showed some of the records that you so kindly sent me tonight, and also those amazing tulips, which I put in my video. So did you get a chance to see the video?
Yeah, I've seen them all. Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you. And I mentioned your name. I never know if people want me to mention names or not, but I was thrilled with those records. So thank you so much, Ryan. And I also showed this one tonight that you sent me, which is very interesting. Brendan Lucas is his wife. John Ogden is the amazing piano player, and he was very much like Malcolm Arnold. Same life, same depression, same alcoholism, same just terrible. And he's such a massive man. He won the Tchaikovsky competition, tied with Ashkenazi. So they both tied. They didn't know how to choose. He's that good. And my friend Heather Huber is a great pianist, and she's in Ottawa. And she saw a concert with John Ogden in Ottawa, and he was playing, and a string broke. He stopped playing. He gets up with his hand. He gets it, and he pulls out the piano bass string. Like, you know how thick a piano bass string is? He just like yanks it out. He was such a massive mountain of a man. Just and then continued playing. Unbelievable. Anyway, so yeah, the John Ogden record, Ryan, was fantastic. We'll come back and see if you have any records to show in a second. And then was Jim. Hi, Jim. How you doing? How's your phono stage?
It's great. Yeah, got here safely from Canada, so yeah, it's actually I've got piles and piles of records waiting for. It's been nonstop, so yeah, it sounds great.
Tariffs though. Did Warren look after you?
Oh yeah, they tariffed me. No, actually, I mentioned your name to Warren, and he charged me $100 more for the. No, I'm kidding. But yeah,
Jim, I know you're kidding. He's an advertiser. You better look after my guys.
No, he's been great. But anyway, I've been overwhelmed with playing music. So
now, what did you have before as a phono stage?
it was just built into the VAC.
Oh, that's right.
Integrated amp.
And nice stuff. But do you hear a difference now that you've got that separate?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's just there. I don't know how to describe it. It's just more there. It's
I call it magic with the MC4. It's like magic dust.
Yeah,
am I hearing that?
Yeah, from what I hear, it gets better and better with hours of playing. So
yeah.
I've been up till 3 a.m. And I wanted to mention to Jack that I've been listening to his. You know, it's amazing. I was listening to your recent videos. I had to play. I had on my top of my list. I had these records. I had the Sands and the These were my two that I were going to play.
Yeah,
so I had a few other Sinatras, but for jazz, and it was. And then I turned on yours, and I thought, boy, we must think alike.
Yeah, well, they're great records, Jim.
They really are. I mean,
a couple of old American musicians trained at American University.
Yeah, that's what was my first love was jazz. I played in a jazz group when I was young, so that's how it got me into music. So,
well, I couldn't play in the orchestra, so I went and played jazz.
Yeah,
there's a question.
Orchestra guys, they could play, man.
Oh yeah,
And this
absolutely.
is for, sorry, this is for all of you. How do you organize your records, by composer or conductor? I do mine by label, so I'm different. What about you guys?
Label.
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 Label,
Composer.
Classical.
Composer.
classical label. Yeah.
I actually
Label.
do label and then sub-label for like an RCA.
Right.
You've got living and mono and
Jan wrote me little notes, so I got Argo
If
all my
there's-
originals and Argos, and it's lovely. I love it.
there's a book out by Dave Canfield, who was like I don't know whether you know that name, but he was the guy that did classical music. He sold his collection to a guy in Toronto, but his Bible, he was actually the guy back in the 80s that was responsible for the increase in prices in classical music, especially to the Asian market. He had I have the Bible, he called it the Bible, and he all his stuff was arranged by label, and he had everything that imaginable in that, and the prices would be in there, and week by week they'd go up and down. But
You got friend Richard Foster, Ange? A plate
That's
copy,
right.
plate copy, a sealed copy.
okay,
and a plastic copy.
my VAC
I'm
is
missing-
Oh, yeah, this is for you, Jim.
my VAC is for sale, so if you're interested.
Angie
The
sells
back-
back. It's beautiful stuff.
It's just a 160 VAC.
Very nice. And Sky, you're the last person up tonight. How are you doing, my friend?
We're good. Thank you. Hi, everyone.
What's going
Hi.
on? So what I think I'll do, guys, before we have some time, well, we better finish up building a library tonight, which is the Brahms symphonies, box sets or individuals. And if you don't mind, I'm going to go first just to get you started, and then I'm dying to hear what you think. So this is the one that Angie sent me on Esoteric. It's absolutely amazing. The Brahms 2 with Montour and the LSO, beautiful playing, beautifully recorded, wonderful, straightforward interpretation. But Montour just, it's like talking about magic dust, and it's the Esoteric with the typical Esoteric production values. Just gorgeous. There's that, and then I brought this, and this was this is before the the wrong one. Sorry, that was from Ryan. Where is it? Here it is. This is from Emil Berliner. Not digital. This is the Carrion 66, I think it is. Just exquisite playing, beautiful recording. So you're basically going to get like a Tulip Plus. Very, very good. Playing is, you just can't, in interpretation, I love Carrion for Brahms. So there's my recommendations. Does anybody have any other recommendations?
Sure.
Okay, hang on, Jack. Let me get your big bud.
I
So
I
they're
echo
the
that.
later ones. They're the later ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think these are quite as good as the ones you got. I have the they're not a set, but they're the Bernstein,
Oh yeah.
and they're good. They're good. And the cool thing about these CDs is there's some other things on here. There's Tragic is on here, and Serenade #2. So there's other things on here. Bernstein, he does a fairly decent job on those, but I think you're right. The HVK is the way to go.
The earlier ones. Thanks, Jack. And Ryan, you have some. Let me get you big, Ryan.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Okay.
I have
Oh,
one box.
Yeah.
It's Bolt.
Jim knows
It's,
about that. Jim?
Yeah, no, they're very good. I mean, well, he studied under Nickisch, didn't he, in Leipzig? So he should know how Brahms goes, really.
They're none of them are my favorites. It's a solid box though.
Just hold it up a little
Yeah.
bit.
This is an old one on Bynum.
Oh, great
Oh,
conductor.
yeah.
Great
It's
conductor.
on it's mono.
Bet you that's
I
beautiful.
do have one also on the Tulip
Oh,
Carrion.
yeah, that's mine.
Tulip.
Beautiful.
It's one of the $1 ones I got from that
Yeah,
Japanese connection.
my Sibelius 4 that you sent me was $1. Unbelievable. You frozen
I
there.
had a
You frozen there.
whole bunch of records on. So
All right.
I
Okay.
do have this.
Oh, hang on. You're frozen, Ryan. We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you. Jim, you had a one?
Oh, this Sanderling, Staatskapelle
Oh, yeah.
Dresden. It's really, I mean, the recording is, but the performance, especially the second symphony, is right on. So
I noticed you haven't recommended a specific conductor or orchestra yet.
who would that be?
I don't know. Reverend in the LSO. I don't know. Sorry, Ryan, you froze. Did you have another one?
Oh, yeah, I do have this on Philips.
Yeah,
Oh, that's mine. Yeah,
Yeah, that's I'm on too. Yeah. For the third, this Levine is very good.
That's very underrated. People love that recording. And
Yeah,
Schulte's
this is very good.
and Schulte's Brahms is very good. Who's that handsome young fellow back there?
And for the fourth, it's Bruno Walter.
yeah, that's a
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Bruno Walter is really good.
Scott has one.
That's all for me. Yeah.
Beautiful. Guy, did you have some Brahms?
Yeah, I do. I think the Walter is really good. I listened to that Walter. Montoya is also good. I have the Bohm box set,
Jen?
and
Oh, that's beautiful.
the Bohm box set. The number 4 it's actually number 4 is my favorite, so I really recommend the number 4. I'm not quite a cycle guy when it comes to Brahms symphonies, but the number 4 is another. And then I have the Kubelik with the number 2
Oh, yeah.
playing with the Vienna. It's also good. But if you can also get this the Bohm on this is number 1, and it is on tulip.
Yeah, that's a good one, bud. That's a really good one.
Yeah, number 1 and number 4 are really. I mean, it took Brahms 21 years to write the number 1. So as we know, he was extremely self-critical. So I think everything he did really well. I do like the number 1 and number 4, but my second goal would be the Walter, definitely Bruno Walter.
Beautiful. Wicked Exile.
Anthony,
Just 1 second.
I got one.
you know about this. This
I
is
just-
speaking of
Just 1
Walter.
sec, guys. Just 1 sec. Wicked. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Any comments on the Walter?
Hey, Rainer, Wicked. That's the one, bud.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's a Wilkinson recording at Kingsway Hall, and after all the great recordings that Rainer made with all his orchestras, that was his favorite recording. It's absolutely remarkable. Yeah, absolutely right, Wicked. Sorry, guys, I just wanted to answer Wicked, man. But Scott, sorry, Jack, did you have one? Jack, did you want to say something?
Anybody have a comment on this? It's the 3 with Columbia. It's a 6-eye. It's a good shape. It's really good. I mean, again, I'm not a Columbia guy, but
Jim,
I have it in the vault.
Jim, what would you say is the most difficult Brahms? They're all difficult to play intonation-wise. They're all difficult to. What do you think? What's the most difficult for the viola to play? What's the most?
4.
Well, we did. You and I played 4 together. I remember that.
Because the problem with Brahms is he writes for the piano, and he writes in sharp keys, which for string players means the fourth is very tricky. But the final movement is, I think, the trickiest, really. I'm just looking because I think if I've got it here, my favorite is Dorati doing Brahms 1. I can't find it here. It's not in my thing, but that's on Living Presence. I can't find it where it is. It's disappeared at the moment.
Any other Brahms to show? Scott, Angie?
I
Hang on,
have,
Angie. Hang
I
on,
have
Angie.
this one.
Angie
Okay.
first. Oh, love. Oh, that's.
yeah.
That's on Arabesque. Interesting. That's an audiophile label. That's
Yeah,
pretty rare.
that's what I ran out because I missed the memo. So I just ran out to grab these 2.
Somebody mentioned Rubinstein. Tech said any Rubinstein piano recording on RCA is good. Pick one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
That's what I quickly found.
Great.
Thank you.
Scott, did you have one?
Just the one that's been shown already. This is the classic records. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, that's a good
Wonderful.
Hey, Scott, Joey asked a question here. Maybe you can answer. It's a good question.
Yeah.
It's what the 6i versus the 2i.
Yeah, I mean, most collectors prefer to get the 6i. Do they sound better? I think so. But I haven't done a lot of direct comparisons. I usually pick up the 6i though.
And Mike has the Levine Brahms $4. The Levine was Chicago, and the Schulte was Chicago Brahms. It's supposed to be very, very good. If you want to stream a set and you're not sure yet, I have it on the. I don't have the picture in front of me right now. The Barenboim Dutch gramophone set with the Berlin Staatskapelle is very good, very beautiful. Okay, so that's that for the Brahms. Thank you so much for doing the homework, and for those people who read the memo and got the stuff together. Now, next week, whenever we do it, sometimes when we have guests, we got Ozzy next week, Patrick at London. So it's Copeland Quiet City. Let me just show you a little bit about Quiet City. There we go. This is one of my recording of it. Here, Copeland Quiet City. Copeland Quiet City. I'm not sure what it's in the 40s. Something. I think it was
39, Anthony.
Thank you, my friend. 39, and it's a very beautiful. It's like it's a little bit like an American idyll, not an English idyll. It's for strings and cor anglais solo and trumpet solo. And the cor anglais part's important, but the trumpet part is very important. It's very challenging.
Very difficult.
And there's lots of different recordings of it. But it's like Appalachian Spring. It's very thoughtful. It's very profound. Harmonically, it's rich and beautiful. And melodically, it's gorgeous. And some of the orchestration, consider it's just for strings and cor anglais and trumpet. The orchestration is. Hello, Mrs. Myers. How are you? Mrs. Myers, call me, and I'll tell you what he's spending, okay?
Okay, I know.
Call me, I'll tell you what he's spending.
It's best kept secret.
Jen, Mrs. Myers is on. Anyway, nice to see you, Mrs. Myers. Anyway, it's a gorgeous piece, and you can stream it. Somebody else came on. Oh, okay, and just get back on. Yeah, you can stream it, and there's lots of different versions. But I'd love to, if you stream it, find out which one you like best. If you have one a favorite, they're great. But I've got some interesting ones to talk to you about next week or the week after. Jack, did you have anything else to add about?
Yeah, the only thing I would say about that, if you haven't heard this before, you have to listen to it multiple times. It's not a long piece. It's 15 minutes maybe. But it really, you have to listen to it 2 or 3 times. It'll sink in. It's just a gorgeous piece of music.
That little middle section, bum, bium, 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 bium. It's so
very difficult.
Yeah, Jim, you ever played Quiet City?
No, I haven't. No.
Unfortunately, someone's got something wrong. We're getting some echo. Anyway, we've got about 5 minutes. Do a round robin. So most of you, someone has YouTube on us. You guys, yeah, you can't come over YouTube on us. Or extraneous speakers. Yeah. So I think Ryan, I know sometimes in the car we get a little bit of something. So
I don't think so. Let me see.
Let me mic you a second. How's that? Am I getting? No, I'm still getting some stuff. Anyway, well, it's just one of those things. So look, so what's going on this week? Anything special?
I'm going to the swing.
What's that?
Not in Washington, D.C. I'm going to Louisiana. But I'll be here next week for Quiet City from Cato Lake, by Shreveport, Louisiana. Photograph.
So I'm sorry about the echoes, guys. we'll leave it there for tonight. We're about 5 minutes early. And yeah, if you do come on, you're very welcome to come on. Just make sure you check in the settings. Echo cancellation is on, and the mic, whatever the second one is on. And you just can't be on anywhere on YouTube or have an extraneous speaker. Otherwise, we get this. Or Bluetooth, we get this, unfortunately. Okay, guys. Anyway, so stick around for the after show. Then we're going to find out who's doing this. Then we're going to shoot him. Okay.
All right.
We'll blame Mrs. Myers. We'll blame Mrs. Myers.
Ooh, don't do that.
No, I won't. I'm blaming Jan. Forget it.
I'm here.
Okay, guys. I'm going to say goodnight. Have a fabulous week, everybody.
everybody.
Bye,
Good night.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.